Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining us. I am Lora from Patriot Paranormal, and tonight I have Roger with me. He is going to be my co host from Potter Paranormal Project, and we have a very special guest. We're going to have Myra from the Aurora Brothel on tonight to discuss her location and give us more information and details. So, hello, Roger. Welcome. Thanks for being on here with me.
Hi, Laura. Always good to be here. Nice to be in the co seat to maybe just add a little bit of spice and flair to your already amazing show.
Pizzazz. We love it. Fun times, fun times. So, little backstory, Roger and Myra are pretty good friends. I think they chat quite often. And I know that Myra was asked to be on a different podcast at one point, and it didn't happen. So we were kind of just chit chatting back and forth, and thought that she'd be a great guest to have on ours, so we can all get to know her and hear about her location a little more. So with that, I think we will go ahead and bring her on. There she is.
With my cat.
That's all right. What's the cat's name?
This is Cata. I've not named an animal in 14 years. My granddaughter named my cat Cata.
Cata. I love it.
That was pretty original.
All right, Myra, we're going to give you the floor. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am Myra. I have the Aurora Brothel. It's on 1 East Olive, Aurora, Missouri. I have ghosties with the mosties. I never knew people were that interested in coming to locations. It started last year. Oh, no, maybe 2024. But a guy came in and my ghosties were just up to no good. They were just lots of noise upstairs. And he went, "Do you have people that live up there?" And I went, "No, it's my ghosties with the mosties." And he got all excited and said, "I'm a paranormal investigator." And I went, "Okay." So he said, "Can we investigate?" And I went, "Absolutely." Now, were you guys at my shop, Laura?
We were. Yeah, we stopped by. Yeah. Yeah, she said, "Go ahead, check it out."
Yeah, that's how it spun out. Now, you got pushed in the basement or no?
Yes, ma'am. So Eric Eric went down first, and it didn't bother him at all. And then I came up behind him, and I felt someone push me back. And then I tried to walk forward again, and it pushed me back again. And I'm like, "Okay, well, all right. I don't need to be down here."
But not in a mean way. Women
Just
do.
aggressive.
Kind of, yes. Women do tend to get pushed or touched downstairs in the basement. On the second floor, it's men. And a psychic or a medium said that I have a portal in my building, and it's this one special room. And I'm almost putting a little credence to it. I'm getting new spirits in. And now people are getting touched. I don't know. Have you seen any of the videos like YouTube? Can I say YouTube? I don't know if I can say that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, some platforms you're not supposed to say YouTube or whatever, it's like you're at Bookface or YT. But
We could say whatever we want.
woo, don't tell me that one. On the YouTube, on Fright Night and Project Feel Good, men on the other side of my shop are getting touched in the butt, right by the pocket. And that's new. Well, not new, but, within the last 6 months. There is one that just showed up. I walked back you have to know the layout. you know the layout of my building, Laura, a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
When you go into this other side that's not the flea market, and then you go in the room with the stamped tin,
Mhm. Mhm.
there I was giving a tour and something growled at me. And I went, no, 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 you're not going to growl at me in my shop. And then it didn't growl at me anymore, but it growled at like MT or McKenna. She's an investigator. It used to be Spooky Society, but now it's Boo Crew. It growled at them. And then last night it was growling.
Hmm. So, can we back up just a little bit? How long have you been at that location?
11 years.
11 years. And when did you first notice activity?
Oh, immediately. Immediately.
Hmm.
One of the stories I really like telling is my best friend in the whole world. His name is Aaron Soper. And he came to work at the shop. I needed an awning done. He's a handyman of sorts. And I said, Aaron, be careful. I have ghosties with the mosties. And you could hear his eyes roll. He just absolutely rolled his eyes. And I went, okay, you don't have to believe it. I don't force this on anyone. He is now a big believer. When he walks in my shop, he goes, hi, ghosties, before he says hi to me, which is kind of rude. But from the get-go, I've been surrounded by the paranormal all my life. It doesn't bother me. I go, yeah, okay, and just keep on doing what I'm doing. I don't believe they're mean ghosties. I think they want your attention. And if they get mad at you, who was it? It was Big Boy Paranormal. They came and they had one EVP, and it was like, we're done, and never said another word. Never did anything all night long. They get an attitude, and I really kind of like it, but
I like it. Must instead a little bit of spice.
but oh, I thought Roger said
I said, ghosties with a little bit of spice is always fun.
but
Yeah,
I would say some of them are sassy. I don't think they're
I could
mates.
I could see that.
The ones upstairs that used to scratch, um, they don't scratch hardly at all. And what happened is the guy that got interested in my building, he was kind of, I later learned he was kind of mean to me, talking to others while he led the tours. And then there was just a lot of drama. And so every day he would get scratched upstairs. And I was like, what's going on? Once he and I parted ways, nobody got scratched again. I think
Well,
they were
they
protecting me.
obviously knew. Yeah, they obviously knew what was going on. No, yeah, I was just saying essentially that they understood the situation and they were uh, looking over you a little bit.
Pretty protective is what I'm going to say. Is no one's been, well, I take that back. A lady, it was Ballers Beware. I can't remember her YouTube channel. But they were on the casino side, um, where the guys get touched on the butt, and she got scratched down her back.
Well, I'm going to the casino. Oh yeah.
Has been so many things. It was built in 1887. In 1890, it was a documented brothel. Can I find the documentation? No, I can't. But supposedly on plat maps or plot maps, however you want to say it, there on the one side was a casino and a saloon. On upstairs was the higher class broads, and downstairs were bargain basement, I guess. Um, and then in the 40s, there was a taxi cab service in the basement. The building's been a whole bunch of things.
Okay.
So, I mean, I had a couple things that I wanted to ask. One of the things that I asked is how did you end up in possession of this place? Like, how does one just become the owner of a haunted brothel?
I didn't know anything about it. I walked in the joint. Pat McCormick had it. And, you got to go back years and years and years. I've been in Aurora since 1987. Um, when I got here, I was married. I was married to Alan Goodson, and we had Myra Mays here in town. It was a flea market. It burned to the ground September 11th, 2011. My husband passed away April 9th, 2012. People kind of knew I had a hard couple of years. And a lovely woman, her name was Pat McCormick. She said, "Hey, I got a building if you ever want to get back into it," because I just took a total step back and unplugged. I did some waitressing. I had to come to terms with a couple of really tough years. And I approached Pat and I said, "I love the building." And I mean, there was trash. It was nasty. And I just loved it. And that's how I just liked it. I've been doing flea market and antiques all my life. Not all my life, but all my adult life.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so when you when you finally got possession of it and you learned it was actually a very haunted location, did you have any second thoughts or did it kind of scare you away from maybe thinking of selling right away? Um,
No, no.
do you have anything follow you home at all?
Mm. Once, um, when you come into my shop, I use a lot of lemon wax and beeswax and lemon oil. And it's a very pungent lemon smell, kind of like Pledge on steroids, but it takes care of antique furniture, really brings life back. I don't use any lemon products in my house. And one morning I woke up, it was 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was just surrounded by lemon oil. It was just lemons. And I went, "No, no, you got to go back." And it left. And I tell people, just tell them they will jump you. Um, just tell them, "No, you got to stay here. You got to help Myra." And the pretty good ghosts. I mean, I guess there could be some shit asses, but I didn't think so.
So yeah, I have a little bit of a ritual myself that I do when I go into most locations. I usually do some type of prayer or spiritual, saying before I go in about attachments. And then I'll usually leave a stone of obsidian by all of the entrances and exits to make sure that nothing can leave or come out. And then I do like a protection for a prayer once I
Hmm.
leave. So I know a lot of people do things like that. Is that something that you've ever, thought about doing just to, or I guess it doesn't maybe really bother you so much since you're so accustomed to the spirits?
It doesn't bother me, but I don't want it in my house. When I woke up, I went, "No, no, you got to go," and it did. And I've never had that problem again. I'm not.
Hmm.
Sometimes I get startled. I'm like, "What?" My dog goes with me to the shop. She's a great big black lab and as
Hmm.
dorky as you can possibly imagine. She is the original Dorcas McForcas. And she was
Cracks
kind
me
of
up every
act
time you say that to me.
what?
Every time you call me a dork, it's misfocus on online. It cracks me up every time.
Yeah, I don't know where I got it from, but I say it. Anyway, she was acting up, so I keep her tethered and I put her in the back room. Uh, there's a room, there's where I sit at the office. There's a room that has a fridge, and then you can go further, and there's a bathroom, blah, blah, blah. So I put her in the back room. And after a while, the timeout, she kind of chilled, so I brought her back out. And I had forgotten to turn the light off. I had shut the door, but forgot to turn the light off. And she started barking, and I turned my head to go, Coco, damn it. And I looked, and someone walked. Well, there was a shadow under the door, like someone had walked there. And I went, oh. And I mean, it's the size of a door. There's a refrigerator and a wall. Not too many people would be just pacing back and forth. So I thought about it for a second and I went, well, I am more scared of people than I am ghosts. And I went to I went to investigate because I went, if there's someone here, I'm by myself. Well, the dog, but if you gave her a cheeseburger, she'd love you forever.
I know how I'm getting in the brothel.
Yeah, with a
Right.
cheeseburger.
That's right. Me and that dog's gonna be bestest friends.
Oh, she's a sweetheart. She really is. Every once in a while she gets weird, and I'm like, you know who these people are. In the back room where the casino was and the saloon was, she gets down on her front paws with her butt up in the air like she wants to play with something, and there's nothing there. So sometimes she barks.
She's cute. She wanted to follow us around when Eric and I walked through.
I'm jealous. I'm the only one that hasn't pet this dog yet. I need to boop the snoot.
She is
Boop the snoot
so.
for sure. She's cute. So I'm gonna ask this real quick. So Myra, what's your favorite thing about investigators or investigations when they come in? Like, what would you say was your number one thing that you're like, okay, let's do it all over again. Like, it's go time.
I'm not sure about what the question is. I truly, really, really, really enjoy meeting everyone. Now there are some true heads that have come in, but there have been some people that have just been so rude that I kind of went, I don't like that. Um,
I know. I'm still waiting for a name to come across my email.
no, you know what? He came to my house, and that's what upset me on that one. He knocked on my door here at the house, and I have a Ring doorbell, and I was sick anyway, and I went, I don't even want to talk to you right now. And he actually wanted to investigate the brothel, and I went, absolutely not. And I sent him what I thought was a really nice email. And I said, you are good at what you do, but I want you to do it elsewhere. I don't want you to darken my doorstep. Have a happy new year. I hope your family is well and good, but don't come back. And that's when he started really attacking me. And I don't like that. I think a lot of people think I'm a pushover. You got another thing coming.
Yeah, I have like I grew up around a lot of women. My mom, my sister, and then my wife, and then I have 3 daughters of my own. So I can get a little overprotective when it comes towards my female friends, and so when I heard that you were being harassed, I'm like, of all people, Myra, like, absolutely not, not on my watch. We don't do this bullying shit.
It was just stupid pushing and ugliness. He told me I took his livelihood away and I did this and I did that. And I'm just this absolute piece of crap. And when you get deluge, when you get all this coming on you, sometimes it'll bring you down a little bit. You know what I mean? I didn't buy into it, but it was kind of like, oh, I've tried really hard to be as accommodating as I can be without, I don't know what word to use, without being
Overstepping?
okay. But I don't want to be mean to people. I can be. I don't like it. Um, and I will be charming and kind to you. And if you're nasty, I'm not gonna say much, but it's all up here. I keep that in my mind and I go, okay, never again. And I do remember things and then I write them down so I don't forget them. But the way he was going about it, and it really upset me when he came to my house.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd have been fired up. Um, just know that you have an entire community behind you. We all think you are an amazing woman and a giant sweetheart, and we got you. I think you seen that as soon as I said, "Give me the name," because I'm about to open it up, and 50
Mhm.
different teams came out of the woodwork. Like, what's the problem?
hmm Well, and you know
Mhm.
what? There's no, well, maybe I get some because some of the guys said, name him because he's a jerk. Sorry. Um, and I went, I don't know if I want to drag this out in the daylight. You know what I mean? Because right now
Yeah.
everything's died down. And if he's good, I'm good. I was not rude. Well, I was kind of rude to him, but I told him, don't darken my doorstep, man. You do a good job of what you do, just don't do it with me. Leave it alone. And after
No, that's respectable.
and I threatened him with trespass and getting a protection order, and that's everything has just been really cool. But he accuses me of everything.
Huh. Don't like that.
I don't either, because it's not true. If I were dragging his name out in front of everyone, I could see some of
Mhm.
the things he has to say, but I've never told anyone his name. You would know him if I said it. Well, maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't. He's not that big, but that was mean. Wasn't it? I didn't mean it like that. I was like,
No.
he's so small. No, I didn't mean it that way at all. But I mean,
Real small dick energy, you know?
I didn't say that either because I don't want to go there. That's just like ew. Um, but
I'm petty. I'm petty as shit. I'll go there.
I can see if he would say nasty, and he has said nasty things to me about to other teams. If they were true, if I drug him out like that, I would understand him saying all the things he does say about me. But he'll get what's coming to him.
Just know that we all think you are an absolute sweetheart, and we have your back. You have a large community behind you. There's a few people that you know. Anytime you're in this field, there's always going to be somebody who has something negative to say. There's things that people say negative things about me too. Whatever. But don't let that discourage you. Like I'm so excited to be down there.
Oh yeah, in August. But Roger, for real,
I know.
if there was an ounce of truth to it, I'd sit and take that and think about it. You know what I mean? But everything he has said is like just absolute rubbish. And that's why I go, what the heck? No, he's not a nice person.
Sounds like it. It doesn't sound like someone we wanna work with.
Well, I'll tell you what. You got some good people coming down there in August, and to kind of just let it slip, we are going to be down there in August, August 15th, and you are going to meet the man, the myth, the legend in person.
I was not
No, that's all right.
anything. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
And you know who it is too, PPC. You've worked with him. I know you do. I don't know if Roger has.
I have an idea.
Hmm?
Hmm. But I don't know that we've actually like worked.
Well, I think you were trying to get together. Right. I think you guys are trying to collaborate something.
Okay, then I know exactly who you're talking about. We've never worked with him like on a project or yeah.
Well, I don't want someone to go, oh, Myra said he's a jerk. So I think he's a jerk too. Cause I want people, I, I guess I want them to find out for themselves. You know what I mean? I don't, if, if someone said Myra's an absolute, witch, I would want someone to come and try to find out if or listen to me or talk to me to find out if I'm an actual witch. Not like Wiccan witch, but I'm trying not to say the B word.
You could say it.
You can say, listen, we speak freely here. It's okay.
That's right. You say what you want.
Yeah. I don't want the Wiccan to think I'm talking about him. I'm not. I just am trying not to say the B word or the C word. So, but
Yeah, I hurt my mom's heart with the I hurt my mom's heart with the "see you next Tuesday" word when I went on my rant. She texted me and was like, "Can we please not use that anymore?"
It's not a nice word.
It's not a nice word, but I don't appreciate people coming on my page talking bad about my friends and my followers.
um, if I use that word, I am spitting mad. You better just head out of the woods because I am going to lose my stuff.
Yeah, I don't use that one lightly.
No, I don't. Uh, I do use a lot of words, a lot of very colorful words, but the C word, the see you next Tuesday, that one, I'm fixing to fight. And I haven't, I'm 65 years old, man. I don't need to be rumbling out in the aisle. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess I could throw down with my cane and my wheelchair. I don't have either.
Yeah, dude, I'm here for an investigation. She's gonna be out in the middle of the street like it's the Wild West, fighting the granny across the street.
Right? Beat her with her cane.
She's gonna have her cane. The old lady across the street's gonna come out with her rollator.
Yes. Ah, it's on pay-per-view.
For everyone.
That's right.
That's great. So, Myra, I do have a question for you. When when you are watching these investigators come in and then they do a video and and they put it out, how do you feel about some that maybe paint it like it is a darker, like p- potentially demonic entities that are there? How do you feel about that?
I don't like it. If there was, I think if there was if it was dangerous to someone, and when someone says evil or demonic, my mind goes, that is going to be harmful to someone. You feel me? And I, I would absolutely say, don't go here. It's not good. Um, when they say demonic and evil, I think harmful. And my ghosties are not harmful. So when they I know they've got to for theatrics because YouTube is monetized, and I get that. Um, I don't think I have an evil presence in my shop. And if I do, it's me, you know? Uh, it's not a ghostie.
Got it.
See, I
Understood.
think the term demonic and evil is overused anyway. I think it's just a term that's used in lieu of we don't understand what it actually is. So I when I hear the word demonic, I'm just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I've been in that building for a very long time, for days in a row, and I've been through it. I don't like the basement. I don't like it. I've been down there 4 times. Nothing has happened to me. I walked down there and I had a water leak. The stairs broke. There were a couple first time I went in the joint. I don't remember what the fourth one was. But I think I've been down there 4 times in 11 years, but I went down there and went, "Nope, there's a wall of nope." For me, and I don't like.
See, when you say that to me, that's the first place I wanna go.
I can tell you she was there. It's it's not I don't know how to describe it. It's not mean. I don't think it's threatening. It's just like I don't how would you describe it, Laura?
Just wants to be left alone.
So for me, just because I'm more empathetic and I can feel things and the energies, it was more of you are in my space and you aren't supposed to be here. Like women are I got the feeling like women aren't welcome here. So back up, ma'am. You need to go someplace else.
I gotcha.
I gotcha.
Yeah, see, for me, that stuff is you know how I operate. I'm the big debunker, and I'm always looking at things from a detective standpoint because of my multiple degrees in criminal justice. So, that's when I hear things like that. That's immediately like, okay, let's go down there and see if we can maybe figure out some of the things that are going on. So I'm really looking forward to getting a look at this place because you know, I, I'm I'm definitely gonna do some special things for this investigation since I have to usually remind Myra that my name is Roger. So I might have to
Okay.
Dang, call a guy the wrong name. Never hear the end of it. Yeah, I called him Chris. I don't know. It was a Myra day where I was being a big I don't know why I did that. I was just being a darkest of focus. I'm just
it's kind of it's helped us establish that friendship, you know?
and it kind of has. I think you've called me Debbie.
Yeah, I've called you all kinds of things.
I've got your name on the screens. I'm like, yes. But I like it that
That's funny.
Laura's been there so that you can figure it out, Roger, that other people, I can tell you 100 things that have happened there. I dig it when people have evidence. Yeah,
Hmm.
I can tell you I'm the Queen of England, don't make it so. I love the evidence. Like,
Now you're speaking my language.
when Boo Crew, well, I don't know if it was Boo Crew or Spooky Society, I don't remember which. They caught a woman singing upstairs, and that was so
Hmm.
cool. I was like, yes. Now Project Feel Good, they came in and they said we saw in our face apparitions, and I went, "Did you get it?" No. Okay, then it's just folklore at that point. I dig that you
Hmm.
had an experience. I dig that you want to come back and experience it. But it's just, rumor has it at that point, I want it caught. I want the evidence. Hmm, I like it.
That sounds like somebody else I know who does that. I definitely said that. Yeah, I said the same thing. I look if I seen it, I can watch a full blown apparition walk in front of me. If I don't have any footage, it never happened.
Well, it's not that it didn't
Hmm.
happen, it's folklore at this point.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like it happened in my eyes, but I can't prove it to anybody else.
Right. And yeah, I can tell you all day long what has happened at that shop. And like my best friend, he rolled his eyes so hard it hurt him. But I went, okay. And now he believes because he's had things, thrown at him. That was weird. I was there for that. But a door opened and he said, "What the F?" and then it slammed shut. And he went, "Oh," he's now a big believer. I wish he were here. He could tell you. It's hilarious. But I can tell you this, and it's folklore. You catch it on video,
You got experience.
whole nother ball game, and I love that. And I love skeptics.
I'm excited.
I don't have
Mhm.
to tell you. You'll find out.
Well, Roger, I don't know who you're going with on the in August, but we might have to do that journey with you and check in and make it a collab.
Yeah. So right now, it's I know me, my wife, and my co-lead for Potter Paranormal Project, and then my dad, my co-lead from Southwest Detroit Paranormal. So it's going to be the four of us that I know of. And if yeah, man, I would love to have you guys there. You've been there through the building, so I was
We
actually
didn't,
going to
but we
reach
didn't
out to.
investigate.
I was gonna
Like,
reach out to you on it, but if somebody was excited and said that we were coming. So
Sorry. It's okay.
don't be sorry. I'm just you know me. I give everybody a hard time. It's good.
I thought you knew. Just kidding.
I knew.
But you know,
he knew.
you know, and I know everyone's gonna know. That's how it works. But Laura, BBC, they came in. They were just killing time to go to a different investigation, if I remember correctly. Is that right?
Hmm. Yep. Yep. You're right.
And I don't know how we got. How did we get to talking about that?
We came in and we were just so we started looking at antiques and you asked where we were from and what we were doing in Aurora and I was like, well, we're paranormal investigators and we're about to go do this. And she's like, well, I have ghosts. So then she invited us to go check out the building and see what we think. And I was like, yes, ma'am, you do have some spirits that reside in here.
Now it was broad daylight.
I'm so excited to get there.
Hmm.
When it gets dark, that building changes. It's some. I've told everyone that comes in here, especially during the summer, because you know it gets darker later. Now they get there when it's dark,
Yeah.
so they can't feel that energy change. But
Hmm.
during the day, some people empaths, mediums, some people will go, "Is this place?" And I went, "Yeah, it is." And then we can talk about it because most most people don't want to talk about that because they're afraid of someone going, "You're crazy."
Yeah, it's a taboo type thing, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's funny
Unfortunately.
because I got when I first actually started my social media presence in doing Potter Paranormal Project, um Patriot Paranormal was one of the groups that I actually really looked up to, and I was following them closely. And then we actually linked up on the podcast, and now here we are. We're kind of co-hosting, and we've been like um in you know contact ever since. We've become really good friends, and for them to say, "Let's get down there, let's do it."
It's let's do it. Let's do it.
It's a cool building. It really is.
It's a very cool building.
And I'm partial. I get that I'm
Well,
partial.
Oh, you have every right to be biased,
Oh, absolutely. You know, but not
mm,
everything was a ghosty. You know what I mean?
right? Oh yeah,
What's that? And I'll go, that was my dog. You know, not everything is a ghosty. Now there are
right.
things that I'll go, yep, that's my ghosty. Lately though,
That's how I am. Like when I was at Eloise, they kept talking about they were always hearing banging and knocking, and I I went through that building and come to find out a lot of those windows weren't sealed all the way, and that wind whips through that building, and it was tapping and tapping. So, I mean, I was able to debunk that right away, but I did have an experience where I heard a woman scream bloody murder, and we can't debunk that. So, not everything is paranormal, but some things you just can't explain. And that one I actually did catch. So that
Exactly.
one there's footage of that one.
A lot of people haven't heard of us, and I'm okay with that. I don't want to raise my prices. I don't want to get too big for my britches. Um, I like I like my building. I like the ghosties that are there. I have enjoyed meeting 98.5% of all the investigators that have been there. You know what I mean? That is my
Hmm.
favorite. This is this and giving the tour. Um, I don't I don't sell it hard. I say, okay, this is what happens here. This is what happens here. And I lock them down and say, here's how you can get out in case of, God forbid, fire, or, you want to go smoke because I don't allow smoking, vaping, no lit in the building, and no alcohol, no nothing. Everything out. But other than that, have fun. This is fun. It's not super duper serious for me. Um, I ask people, "Did you have fun?" Because that's for me really cool. And were they active for you? And they're like, "Oh yeah, I had a little girl come in today who investigated last night, and she was so stoked. She was like, 'Oh my God, I got touched in the butt.'" And I was like, customers were walking by, and I just looked at them like, it wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
I didn't do it.
I keep my hands to myself.
It's funny.
Yeah, it was.
Yes. Don't touch my no square.
Or touch it a lot.
Depends on who you are.
Told you, I'm definitely going to the casino.
Oh yeah, you'll like it over there. That's where 3 people have been touched right in the hiney, right in that cheek. Boop. And they think it's a kid. I think it's a
Maybe I don't want to go hang out in the casino then.
well, I don't know. Psychics and mediums, uh, I I I believe in them. I won't say pish posh applesauce. I don't know. Um, but they said there's 13 ghosts that were human, 3 that are non-human, and no children. I think there's activity for children. I don't know. I don't think there's anything non-human in my shop.
I have my own opinions on um psychics and mediums, you know.
As far as like the believability.
Yeah. I always say if you um put 100 psychic and mediums in one building and you'll get 99 different answers.
I don't know.
Very true.
And I like to keep that open. I'm not going to say no, there's nobody that knows what's going, I can't say that because I know I have ghosties, and I'm sure there are people that are like, Myra, you've lost your ever loving mind. There's no such things as ghosties. And I'm like, yeah, there are. You can't tell me different.
Mm-hmm.
No, I
That's
I
the
do believe that some people do have special abilities and can communicate and see things that are beyond our perspective. I just think that 99% of them that claim to do it can't. That's just my opinion. I mean, there's very few. There's very, very few, but I just think it's far fewer than claim to be.
has been such a neat adventure. I've really enjoyed this. But what I have noticed is I'm going to say 95% of the people that come through and do investigations are empaths. And I dig that, because I'm slightly an empath and I can feel things and I know things. And I can pick someone out of the crowd and go, "You're an empath, aren't you?" And they'll go, "Yeah."
Mm. We usually tend to flock to each other.
Well, or we
Yeah,
recognize
we
each
tend
other.
to.
Hmm. I
Yeah,
like that. I like that. That's a good way to describe that.
but that's fun too, is going, "You're not alone." Because I had one lady, she's up in St. Louis. She was almost a wacko because she said, "You're going to think I'm crazy." And I went, "Okay, tell me what's going on." And she was like, "Someone is touching my arm and they're not here." And I went, "Okay, that doesn't mean you're crazy." And, she said, "Well, I see." And I went, "Okay, over there." And she went, "Yes." And I went, "Okay, you're not crazy. You are not alone." And um, I think that's important to all of us, is to realize we are not alone. There are people that think and see and hear and feel things that maybe other people don't.
Most definitely.
I agree.
All right. So, Myra,
Yes.
if someone wants to come book the brothel, um, they get a hold of you through your new Facebook page, right? And schedule something. Is that correct?
It's on, I've got a new website, and you just go through that. You hit um, haunted, the haunted brothel, and it'll take you right to the link. And um, I'm pretty open. I mean, I've got only like 16 bookings right now.
Only.
Only 16 bookings. And she said she's not popular.
Well, that's not on me. That's on the building. You know what I mean? Um, well, I mean, I even expanded my days. I went from from just Friday and Saturday to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So now there's 4 days a week. So when I'm only saying 16, and I know that I'm not trying to be rude or egotistical, but that means I have a lot of availabilities. And like, I don't have any bookings next week. And that's kind of fine. I do tell my ghosties that, "Hey, we're gonna have guests tonight." Um, they kind of throw a fit now, because my last investigation was the 20th of December, and I did that. I didn't want to book anymore. I wanted to have time off. And then my next investigation was January 2nd, yesterday. And boy, they were up to no good. Mercy.
They were restless.
They were peeing a pill bug. Um,
Hmm.
they really have gotten into eating batteries. So bring chargers, bring extra
Oh, yeah.
cameras, because they've been shutting off cameras. Um, they've been just really ornery.
Ornery. Hmm.
Yeah.
That means they're learning how to manipulate things.
Yep. They're learning how to use
Hmm.
the energies around them.
Hmm.
I don't I
Hmm.
don't know why they're doing it. I know for Project Feel Good, they said our cameras quit working, and if you watch that YouTube video, it absolutely goes blank. And then the next morning when they leave, it turns.
Actually seen that.
Wow.
Did you see it? Yeah. And that's when the apparitions were there, and they didn't get a picture. So, so Good for you, but
Hmm. Bad for the rest of us.
Spirit Hunters International Team, that's not, I didn't make that up. It's SHIT is the name of their paranormal group. They did it, not me.
Yeah.
I I have.
Love it.
They had trail cameras out in the shop, and they caught the old man and his daughter walking, and because I was giving them a tour, and then the son-in-law walked, and then I walked, and there was a shadow behind me. Now
Mm.
I can't get that to play. It's some kind of AV1 thingy, or I have the
Mm.
video, but I can't get it to play. I'd love to see it.
So,
I'm sure someone can help you out with that when they're in there.
Yeah, I show people I go,
Get it fixed up.
and then we get to yapping because, as you can tell, I'm very shy. But we get to yapping, and I forget stuff. I get excited. Come on, now look at this, and this is this, and then I go, huh, shit. Oh,
Oh, shit. Roger, you have something you wanted to ask?
I was just gonna say so a couple things. One, after this airs, I think you'll definitely get some more bookings.
For
I'm
sure.
pretty confident that um, this is gonna definitely help you out.
That's
I dig that. Um, I don't want it to sound rude, but the antique store is my business. That flea market is my business. The paranormal's kind of almost taking it over. Whereas the paranormal
mhm.
tours and the investigations were like icing on the cake. Now it's becoming the
Mhm.
cake and icing. It's so much fun. I get tired.
Mhm.
I'm an old broad, man. But I enjoy it. I really do. I think you'll enjoy it too if you give it a chance. And I'm glad you'd been there so you can kind of give your
Mhm.
flavor on it too.
Well,
Absolutely. I
I'm
agree.
bringing her back, so
We're teaming up to take on the brothel.
Yeah, I've been asking where you been. Come on.
I know. I know. And I think we talked a few months ago, and I was like, I got to tell you, I'm really bad about making out my calendar, and like we're taking on too much at once. I'll be the first to admit it. And I know Eric's going to listen to this and he's going to be like, yes, yes, she does. And that's
yeah,
all on
no,
me.
it's the same thing kind of here. Is I take on a lot, and then I get a little overwhelmed, but ultimately I'm like, you know what, that was a good time anyway.
Myra, do you have anything else you want to tell people?
It's fun. I like it. I love my ghosties with the mosties. You get what you give. You really do. You get what you give. If you come in with a good energy, they're going to give it back to you. Lately, they've been pill bugs. I think they take after me when they do that. Uh, I want to be more accommodating for my investigators. I call you guys my guests, and some of you my friends. Um, and I'd like to be more accommodating, and so I'm always up for constructive criticism. Don't come bitch just to bitch, and that's not a bad word when you say bitch that way. But don't come to complain. Tell me honestly what I can do to make it better. I'm not going to fake whatever's going on, but can I make something more comfortable for you? Because people want to book 2 nights. They want to book Fridays and Saturdays, and that's fine. You can do whatever you want. I open my shop. I don't have a shower facility. And some of these, like the Haunted Fairbanks Hotel, what a lovely place. I'm just like, oh, I want to be like that someday. But, they have amenities. I'm kind of
Mhm.
bare bones, man. I've got a cot. You know, there's places to put sleeping
Mhm.
bags. I've got a refrigerator
Mhm.
full of water. If anyone wants water, you can make coffee. Got a microwave and a bathroom. That's it.
I mean, do you have heat? You have heat and light?
God, yes. Yeah, I do.
Okay, see, I've investigated some places that don't have any of that.
Oh no, I'm not gonna run an
Same.
end. Yeah, I'm not gonna run a flea market without that crap, you know?
Yeah.
But it's only
So
I've got a new air conditioning heat exchange that is going to be working probably by the end of the year. And hopefully I can get some of the windows repaired upstairs. I have 36 windows out upstairs. And that's a lot of money. There
I was gonna ask. I know a lot of the uh there's a lot that goes into maintaining the facility itself.
Mhm.
You know, they just eat
Uh,
everything, like your electric, your gas, not so much water. Um, but anytime someone says, "Hey, you want Wi-Fi?" I'm like, "Yeah, $120 a month." And it's like, "Wait a minute, that's not what I pay at my house." And they go, "Oh no, because you're a business." And they'll shove
Mhm.
it right where the sun don't shine.
100%. It's all about the green.
Yeah, yeah. I've got sand to go with it if you want. But
Right.
you know, it's a process. And like the stairs went out. So I had to I didn't do it because I can't do that kind of stuff, but I hired someone to fix stairs. The winds and the storms have torn up my awning, so I just want to make sure my building's okay.
Mhm.
And they eat money.
Of course.
So we got to
Of
make
course.
sure we get her promoted and get some bookings down there for.
Not for.
I'm not hurting. Please don't think I'm like, please, can I have some more? Uh,
No.
You know, that's one of my
Not at
favorite
all.
lines.
is it?
Money me.
Please, sir, may I have some more?
I can see the potential in that joint. You know what I mean? It could be so much more than it is right now, but I've got to take baby steps. It's just me. And
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to get overwhelmed um because I have my house, I have animals, I have family, animals. Um and then I have my shop and then I have the brothel. And at my age, I think I'm doing pretty doggone good, but I don't want to overwhelm and burn out.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I get that.
That's very
No,
important.
I didn't mean you were hurting. I just meant we want to make sure that that building gets the love and care that it deserves.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, well, yeah. I just, what helps is when people come and they investigate and go, that was so awesome. And that makes me happy. And
Mhm.
it makes my ghosties with the mosties happy, you know, because when I'm happy, they're happy. I don't know if that makes any sense to anyone, but
Oh, yes.
my building and I are linked.
Yes.
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 Absolutely.
I'm glad to have done this. I want to do more podcasts, although I'm very
You
shy.
should.
Well, we will make I will make sure that we start letting them know you're available for circuit.
Me. All right. Well, I appreciate you, Myra, for coming on and telling us about the brothel and about your ghosties with the mosties. And hopefully we can get get it out there a little more and get you some bookings and get some love for the building.
Well, I'd sure like to see you guys there.
Absolutely. It
August
sounds like
15th.
August.
I know Chris is coming.
Yeah, well, I'm
Nice.
bringing Laura with me, so
Get to see our beautiful faces.
Perfect.
All right. So once again, if you want to book the brothel, it's on Facebook, right? Haunted Brothel.
the Aurora Brothel, and then you click on my link, and it'll take you to my website. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And you can pick out a day and go see Myra and check it out. Come see her.
And if you
Yep.
don't even want to participate in the ghost stuff, go check out her antique shop. I mean,
That's right. She's got
it's
some really cool
open.
stuff there.
She's got her antique shop. Go take a
Mhm.
look, man. You might find some cool
Yes.
shit.
Yes.
And as you can tell from this, I will talk your face off.
Good conversation.
I loved it. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. You have a wonderful night, Myra.
I'm going to take a bath and go to
Thank you,
bed.
Myra.
Ooh.
All right. There you go.
Good night, guys.
We'll see you later. Good night.
Bye, Myra.
Good night.